So, what's the sense of motivation in that area? Like, because now the villages, my mother's village and my father's village, like it's so dry. There's no hope, basically. So, what's that sense of motivation?
For me, it would be watching your own people messing up in their lives, and you get to learn from that because you're not free from that yourself. So it's like you learn. It's like, okay, you said the other guy got into smoking and whatsoever, and it ended up in a bad way. Like, okay, I do not want to end like that. And at the same time, coming from a village is tough because a lot of people don't believe in dreams and whatsoever. One time I said, you know what? One day I want to get a Rolls Royce and whatsoever. But I was like, J. John, come on, Usunguri. But it's that thing, people there have some sort of limits and say, okay, you can't get to a certain level unless you have this, unless you're from there.
Abu Shady. Oh yeah. Guys, Abu Shady for real, yo. We took it back to Limpopo. Yeah. We're in the East, yo. Guys, yo, guys, anis futhi lo ni wala changa takashilungu takashilungu obviously mankoma komedale lo ngarina dali akufana bo yina ina singeba ayiko bo dali ote khoma yina mangoko ayina vanhu na yini, you get me? We got J John, guys, but he's gonna do the issues, yo. As much as the people, they do the issues before they do the issues again, before I do the issues, you know. Cause I'm gonna give them the ish, and then but they have their own ish to do the ish. You get me? Woo! Dude, the thing is, guys, before we get in the issues, yo.
As in, I can't bring the crazy anymore. Bunda has taken all the energy, but you guys know it's Malaysia. I'm not on the camera today.
Cause it's very beautiful, guys.
I don't even lie. This girl he talks about, I don't know. No, don't do that. Don't be that guy. Okay, I am the voice of God's assistant today. I am
not my dairy milk. I'm kidding, guys.
Oh, because I'm not even. Where's my scarf?
Yo.
Anyways, next.
Nike.
Nothing. Hi.
It is your boy, the voice of God. We are back for another one. Today it's a boy. It can't be a man, you know. But anyway, it is the man, your man, the voice of God. We are back for another episode of legendary people, iconic.
You get me? You see with the shirts already. Hey, you don't know if it's Masego or it's. Hey guys, but let me.
He's even wearing shades. That means the gigs yesterday were booming.
Yeah. The eyes are red, maybe.
It was rocking, yeah.
Was it purple?
Yeah.
Oh, it was purple. Purple hairs in the head. Yeah, we're kidding.
The gigs.
Nah, do the ish, my brother. Tell them there, yo. We do and the issues and yeah.
With Ramine Mina J John, the hit maker ya Swisatolo, Katsonga tribe, and still the other one ya Dali Shin Komakate, Kumpenta Shava Shamina Nawena.
Sure.
Noma Giani. Yeah, I'm an artist. Or Noma Gion Kotzingizing.
Oh, bako tingi da.
And I'm sure.
Kaptena Shimange, hey, James Shimange, hey, and in your Otilia, yo. So, I want to know on that song, Tale Shini Komagal. By the way, Tale Shini Koma, oh, Talun the Peteka, on the Peteka, I thought if you love Talbega KB, Mara Ash KB, Pela, on your way, I look comic. So, I want to know, man, when you wrote that song, was it like a free? Because, you know, sometimes we write freestyles and then we're like, let's do it and see. Or really like, was it there? Or maybe when they played the beat, like that melody came and then you wrote lyrics on top of it. Like, how did it come?
Actually, I had somebody that I wrote that song for. Unfortunately, things didn't work out. But when I wrote it, it was
Screw you, somebody. Look now, you're not famous.
Yeah. So when I wrote that song, I was in a relationship. So she's a big fan of drop tops and everything. So one day she was looking at the pictures, Royce drop top and whatsoever. So I was like, yo, you know, if I get to the top and get the money right, I'm gonna get you on. So that's when I went and I wrote the song. Yeah.
Because really, you know, like women, you need that women will put you there. And thing is, yo. So like, tell us, man, like from the start, really, like how you grew and thing is, and God will do the issues, really.
Okay. Growing up in a village, it's a small village, but there's so much going on down there.
Yeah.
such as like there's people from Zimbabwe, people from Mozambique, all kind of tribes and mixed up. Growing up in that place, you hear people playing all kinds of different music.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely that.
Yeah.
It was nice, man. It was nice because I got to see the other side of people or the other side of tribes that I didn't know. And from there I was learning different ways to approach, music and whatsoever, and so on and so on. Anchina Gub. Yeah, Anchina Gub.
You know what's cool? Like, like you tend, it's like even like with Zulus, and it's like there's drums, like the traditional drums.
Oh, okay.
I was in there. I was dancing and then Nash Bucha. There are a couple of things that I did, but then all I can say it was.
Because I'm going to tell hey. Umlando song.
Oh.
Yeah. So from there, I think it was really nice, man. Because growing up there, you experience a lot of things like music, dancing, and whatsoever. So I got into a lot of clubs from like Shgubu to Sbucha. Back when Sbucha was hot, I was in there.
Some party those.
Yeah, I was in there, man. I was in
When you
there.
say you were in clubs, because when I see clubs, I'm imagining other things. So when you're like in the clubs, were you on stage? Were you in the crowd? Where were you in the crowd?
I was actually on stage. Like I even danced for some traditional artists there. I was in there, like just going with them to perform. Unfortunately, we were not getting paid.
But like, how young did you start?
You got case.
So, like, how
Sometimes you
young
get
did
paid
you
with a
start?
case.
I think when I took it
know
serious, maybe around 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when I was like actually doing all these things mixed up.
And it was the
Yeah.
primary, I assume.
Yeah, so bruh, it was really nice, but
Yeah.
At that time, what are elders saying? Your parents, your
Man.
grannies?
okay, it's like this. My father was an artist. Unfortunately, he didn't get to the top. So
Yeah.
my mom experienced the whole thing and she saw what went down, so she didn't want me to continue with that. But unfortunately, God has his plan, so it's God's plan.
And your dead seed, man. Hello. You get me?
Yeah, my dad from day one, he knew I was gonna be an artist. Somewhere, I don't know how,
Yeah.
but when I came back from initiation school,
Yeah. Matlala.
yeah. So when I came back
Entabe.
that year, he gave me a book where he wrote songs for me.
Oh man.
Somehow it's like he knew I was gonna be an artist. But for my mom,
But she didn't believe that you'd do it better. Sometimes your parents are probably a perception of what you're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're the lesser execution of what you're supposed to do better. You know what I mean? So did you take, in retrospect, what your father went through and then try to at least deviate from that? Because if your mom didn't want you there, I'm sure some things went down that weren't really
it was
kosher.
bad. He worked with the other artists, and the artist, messed up the money. So even her, she was a dancer for that artist.
Oh, dear.
So that's how they met. I don't know how, but yeah.
Beyonce and Jay-Z style. Blue Ivy were out.
Wow. Ay, bunda. So, has it been always music, or somewhere did you do ShopRite? Did you do Pick and Pay? Did you sell on the streets?
After
Something?
school, I want to be a pilot.
Nah, for me, from day one, I can just tell
it's
you.
been.
I mean, there was those moments in primary school. They'll ask, everybody stand up and tell us what you want to be when you grow up. And I remember I stood up and I said, I want to be the biggest artist in Africa. Everybody just laughed at me like, what? Everybody just laughed at me like, what? Everyone was talking about president, doctors, and whatsoever.
Yeah.
I chose to be
The
an
lies. Lawyer. Where are you now?
So now,
Can their personal vendetta with people of degrees just die on this episode? Because I swear, you guys throw jabs at each other all the time. Guys, you people that study, we're so proud of you, okay? Study and make your money. People who went into artistry,
Get your degree
now we're so proud of you. Huh?
You're going to be millionaires without the paper. We're not there.
so I just want to know, you come from a village, right? So what's the sense of motivation in that area? Like, because now the village is my mother's village and my father's village. Like, it's so dry. There's no hope. basically. So what's that sense
There's
of
no clubs,
motivation?
man. Like, hey.
For me, it would be watching your own people messing up in their lives, and you get to learn from that because you're not free from that yourself. So it's like you learn. It's like, okay, you said the other guy got into smoking and whatsoever, and it ended up in a bad way. It's like, okay, I do not want to end like that. And at the same time, coming from a village is tough because there a lot of people don't believe in dreams and whatsoever. One time I said, you know what? Me now one day I wanna get a Rolls Royce and whatsoever, but I was like, Ajay John, come on, usunguri. But it's that thing, people there have some sort of limits and say, okay, you can't get to a certain level unless you have this, unless you're from this. So my motivation would be watching the people that I looked up to failing, learning from them, and at the same time, everything that's happening there, the drama, the fights, and everything. So somehow, it's like I want to escape that. I want to get away from that. So I think that really pushed me to actually go further with my dreams.
So I was asked this question by somebody at Gazi, and they're like, "Oh no, since you know for a fact that this just podcast is about to be successful, not even about to is." But I was asked this one question. I really want to ask him as well. They were like, you come from the village, and you come from a place of no hope, like you stated, but you also have that hope. You have the hope of actually maybe bringing it home for them. So, do you find, or do you think, as you are successfully rising, do you think you'd ever take that piece of hope back to your hometown? And I'm not talking about bringing it to the people. You could be doing anything, infrastructure, whatever.
Definitely. My plan is to actually one day I have a plan about hosting shows and bringing your Blake, your STC, and everything.
Heat here. Exactly.
Bring them to that side so that the kids who are coming to can say, okay, if J. John got that, I can actually do better than that. So that's why I push with the spirit of saying, where I come from is not who I am. So where I'm going is where you know who I am. Yeah, exactly. And speaking of background, there's a place where like in your village where the house is nice and everything, cheese boy or cheese girl. So I come from that background where it's like, we cheese boy. So what's funny is most people still think that my family funded me, but my family never funded me. Like they didn't care at all. Like you're on your own.
Yeah.
The only time that they did something for me is like my grandfather gave me 6K to go buy the speakers. This was way back in 2017. To go buy the studio monitors and everything. From there, it was like, how you go from there. So somehow I want to prove that you can actually do it. From with the little that you have, you can actually get to the top.
So what kind of a child were you growing up? Through primary into high school? Were you a child who does his homework? Were you suspended? Were you a troublemaker? Were you a ladies' gent? Or what was happening?
I wanted to ask the ladies because it was a cheese boy. So the ladies, fella, you wanna know?
It's like this, ne? For me, I would say I was a bit, off the line,
Yeah.
I wasn't interested in books and all of that. Homeworks, nah. I dropped out of school, grade 10.
Okay.
Yeah, for this music, because it's like it's not working for me. And you know what was funny about it is that when I dropped out, it didn't make any sense because my teachers didn't understand that I could speak English.
But
like it's my mother's tongue, but then I couldn't write it. I started learning how to write maybe for my 2017. That's when I started teaching myself how to read and write. So for me, there was a piece of me that was a good kid, but then there was a piece of me that didn't vibe with it. And it's coming to girls, my uncles would just push me to actually, you have to approach Wawa. So
I like your uncles,
So,
like him.
like they would take me to a tavern, and when we get there, it's like, Twana,
Let's
we're not
go.
living together unless you come back here with a girl or with a number.
I like that.
So
They were setting him up now. They were setting him up.
Hey,
Yeah.
so okay, look, okay, when we were saying that, okay, like you're not coming with us without, was it that maybe they thought you were scared, or was it if you wanna roll? Because sometimes now I wanna roll with y'all, and thing is, they're like, hey, if you wanna roll with us, these are the things. Was it the fact that okay, maybe because as much as you said, most cheese boys, sometimes hey, they must have that one friend who's gonna plug them with a lady, cause hey, fella cheese boy, mara. Like cheese, you get me? So yeah.
With me, it was different because
Yeah.
for me, it was like I've always been a loud kid.
Yeah.
I was loud, talkative. So being young, and you know, when there's a kid in your house who talks too much, you always want to be around them. So I was that kid.
Yeah.
So lucky for me, my uncles were somehow into the world of hip hop and everything.
Yeah.
So whenever there's like those spring days, when we wear clothes and everything, I'll pull up with the swag, hip hop and the drip, and everyone was like, okay,
The nigga. Because they like saying
exactly. So yeah, for me, I think you know, having friends who like really off, they taught me so much because somehow they would put me in a space where I wasn't comfortable. For me to get something, I had to actually work for it. Even my uncles was like, yo, sakwena kaya kukuna funny fakala. So I had to somehow I had to be that guy who actually approach whatever I want to approach. Yeah.
So I want to come to this one because we're ladies now. There's a song you once released. I don't know if you still remember. Cause then I started knowing now, Corey. I've known your music back then.
Back then, yeah.
You get me? It's just that maybe I didn't know maybe which, because like my cousins mostly, there's one cousin of mine, he'd always play like, you know, the song artist very from, and then it would make me listen, this is who. That's why sometimes, and like, he makes me kind of he updates me very with what's happening that side. And then sometimes he would introduce me with, this one is Sam Free, this one is who, Knavos Man. That's how I know the song artist, you get me, from that side and things. So he once played your song. Hello, Ichi John. Oh my God. I remember it now because he told me that, Pele out here, because I told him that you're coming. It was last week. He was like, I'm out here, sex and I love. So this guy made a song. He doesn't want sex. I think it was a house song, né?
A piano.
Yeah, it's a piano. So I'm like, okay. And I was like, I have a question now. So like, okay, was that song for trans? Oh, cause it became popular too. It became popular too.
Okay.
I don't know.
That song, né?
Yeah.
It was more about me having fun.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, stroll falls. Yeah,
sex and I love. Oh, shit.
I thought I was like, man, let me make
a song. Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
And somehow
creativity.
I got into something with some lady and I saw something. They were like, okay, that's okay.
What did you see? Tell us.
It's a safe space.
I ain't saying nothing.
It's a safe space.
Don't say the name. Don't say the name.
You don't have to say the
No
name.
ways. But
Yeah.
for me, it was like, okay, you know, when you let me say this. Okay.
Yeah.
You got in a bed with a freak. And mentally, you were not ready for that.
Safe word.
What did you see, my father? Did you see choke me, kill me, do that?
Hey, I'm not gonna tell you.
Hey.
Whatever it is, man, it was bad, dog. Like, okay.
So it's
cool.
scared you, because hey, some of us we like the freaky ones, pay like hey.
You are freaky. Don't even say you like freaky ones.
Monkey.
Hey.
Don't come to an act holier than thou. Get off the cross. Get off the cross, bro. We need the wood.
Okay. So like to announce now when you do something or you just keep it.
Hey, I just do it. Hey, I'm going to Hey.
So now, I mean, I want to know about the trend now. How did the song trend? Because I'm sure maybe you were not even thinking anything. Because you know, like with a trend, you're never thinking of a trend. You just see people, hey, bro, look, your thing or whatnot. And thing is,
mentally.
Yeah, Dad.
That one, I think, me and myself, I didn't take it serious.
Yeah.
It was a song that was on the album, Mr. Kalashaka. But then one day I woke up. It was 3K views on YouTube. I was hyped about it. First time, 3K. Yeah. And then a week later, it hits 10K. That's when I was like, okay, you see now.
Hey, we are talking something now.
Because right now, I think it's about 150,000 views.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, a friend of mine called me. He's like, yo, bro, Then I got TikTok, and then I got to TikTok. And then I'm typing down, and then I'm like, yo, what is people? Why this song is trending?
Yeah.
I don't know how it started. I just got in the middle.
Yeah, I wanted to ask something that a lot of people don't really, look at. A lot of artists are so afraid, from coming out of the social norm. Because the social norm, get your matric certificate, get yourself into a varsity, institution, get yourself a house. You know how it is. So how is it that you were able? Because I feel like people need to get to a certain mindset. But where did it come for you? Where you were like, you know what? No, this is where I'm going. This is where I see books are not for me.
Yeah.
Because some people stick it out and they end up in dead end jobs and their lives are like standstill. Get people getting their lives together at 27, getting people becoming artists at 35. Yes, I understand sometimes it's because of the recognition, but I also feel like it's also for you deciding that no, this is where I want to go. So when was it that like pinnacle point for you where you were like, nah, I'm deviating from the social norm?
This was 2015. There was a test we were writing, and then I think the marks I think I got 100 or something. Then I got 0. The teacher got mad. She beat up everybody in the class except me. This is what she said. Everyone was angry, right? Why am I be? Why not him? Why us? Then what about him? She was like, I didn't create this world. God did. Whatever it is that he carries inside him, only God can understand it. The best thing I can do is to respect it.
I love the teacher. I don't love teachers, but I love the teacher.
Her name is Memgomani. She gave me that push that said, "You're good. You're smart. You know this and that. What's wrong with you writing and whatever?" But then she was like, you know what? Tell them that this is not for you. She knew I was a rapper. And she was like, this thing of you rapping is for you.
Yes.
Maybe they should take you to school where you study music. And that's what's when that year. And I failed that year.
Yo.
I failed. I get it there and I'm like, nope, ways. Nope.
We all failed here.
Anybody thinks, I should go back to school, here's a uniform, you do it. Man, I was gone. So, yeah, man.
So, please tell me now, at what point did you feel like, nah, man, this music thing, I'm not doing this, I'm giving up? At what point and what led you to reach that point to wanting to give up, and what also made you say, you know what, actually I was wrong, I'm carrying on with this music thing?
There was a time my manager and I just started working, and I had a song was there, it was trending. Go TikTok nyana then there. And then no gigs, bro. It didn't make any sense.
That's the sad story.
I had like the youth in Guyana, most of them knew who I was. When it comes to hip hop, they knew who I was, and then I was there with the piano. And it's like, what's going on here? I felt like giving up, and because at the same time I had a song that was actually moving. I had Sam Phil on it, I had DJ Gami on it. It's titled Maria. It was being played on radio. Still, no gigs. What's going on? And then along the way, I found out, okay, it was something that was someone was just pulling strings and all of that. But I wanted to give up. But then I remember one night it got so bad that you start having some sort of suicidal thoughts. Like,
okay, I wanted to ask about that.
My room doesn't have a ceiling, so somehow it was starting to become an option. Like that might be the only way to actually just end it. And then somebody told me something. He said, if you're the one who's gifted, know one thing. Witches and the people who are gifted enough to see, somehow they'll fight you the most because they know what you'll become. So it was like, if you do that, they win. You lose.
They win. And those who were like, how he left school and all those things.
It was bad because at the same time, my family is not on my back. They're not helping me. Bruh, I left
on your own, man.
I left home 2021, came down to Josie, to Soweto, where I had a bed and everything, to come and sleep on the floor to actually try to push this music thing. The whole winter. Now I'll call it in. I was sleeping on the floor. I think I just bought a bed maybe last month. I'm not mistaken.
Oh, nigga.
The money that I've been making from the gigs. So it really got bad to a point that I thought about giving up, but until somebody gave me the words that I needed, and he told me, the best way you can win this, go back to studio, work, regardless of whether you're getting gigs or not.
Exactly.
Work. That song that is trending right now, I made that song last year. Right?
Yeah.
So when I made that song, I just left it in there, just put it there, stored it in the vault. It's cool. But then now I look at it, it's like, okay, that guy was right. Work regardless whether there's an income or not. It's your vision. You understand it better. We can't. But
and besides, you're planting a seed, so obviously you need to nurture it. They don't just grow like that.
It doesn't work like that. So it was bad, but then I thank myself because at that time I was like, okay, you know what? I'm coming back, and I started working, dropping that album, Yes Gaza. It was a big risk for J. John because people know J. John from hip hop to R&B to Amapiano, then Shigazos. Some people were like, and then what are you doing, dog? But when I dropped it, it was like, okay, I'm risking everything.
Yeah, so when
it did work out, and it did work out.
Look at you now.
Yeah.
And in the issues.
It leads me properly to my next question, saying, how is it important? And okay, how can I put this? How is you singing in your language important? What significant role does it play in your life and your artistry, singing in your own language?
Singing in my own language, I think there are a couple of corners that certain people that I looked up to haven't touched using the language. For me, it's more comfortable. It's easy, but hard at the same time because I'm doing this for the people who are actually going to have the right opportunity to judge me, to say, okay, I'll die. So as much as it's good, at the same time, it's heavy. It's not easy because impressing my people is not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Because themselves, they are not true to themselves.
So I had somehow to prove a point, you know. So I haven't proven it yet, but I'm almost there.
So now, because here's the thing, I would, as much as, like as a producing thing is, I would always think that, okay, why ain't, like you see with all, as much as it's 11 languages in SA, right?
There's 12 with sign language.
Yeah. Like I would think of this thing, I would say, why don't we like internationalize our tradition? You get me? It's like, as much as when we listen to hip hop to them already English is their ish. You see, it's in them. Bless you. And then us like Tongas or Zulus or Pedis or Pedis, you get that you sing in your own lingo. For example, you get Munada. But me, when I listen to them, you're like, you know, there's a sound that when I put it, it could be international, but with the lingos. You get me? Get all those dope hip hop beats and things, but put our lingos, guys. Like internationalize our. Let's say, for example, you a Tonga star now and things, and it's like you Tonga. You see, like for example, with Makazi, she sings Venda, but look at how international. Like I wanna make that with our lingos only. So when I mostly watch your vision, like, do you also see yourself, like, you see Thomas Chawuk? The whole world, they know Thomas Chawuk is that Tonga mother ever who wears the pay shoes and thing is with his 5 wives. You get 4 now, because long one I
got no comment on that. I'm not saying anything.
We're not there. You get me?
Yeah.
So like, when I also like, do you see Tonga music becoming, and let's say like touching even like Joburg, like or you even like you even see it inspiring other kids, like, you get me, even with everything.
Definitely. If you listen to Dali, there's parts where I'm singing in English, right?
Yeah.
So
hey, this guy was like,
what I'm doing
in Tonga, please imagine.
What I'm doing, I'm trying to like I'm trying to teach those who don't know Tonga.
Yeah.
Right? There's somehow you might not understand. Like, what is this guy saying? What's this now? And then along the way I say something that you understand in English, like, okay, so this is what the song is all about. So For me, yeah, I see Stonga getting there to that level.
Yeah.
And honestly, for me, I actually want to cross over to a point where Stonga becomes that thing that if you don't know the lingos, yeah, you're not
Like my piano.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that's where
Songano.
Wow.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So, what significant role or how important is your manager to you and in your musical career? Going to what does he mean to you as a person and as J. John, the artist?
My manager is like a brother to me. I'll tell you why.
There's a whole team, bruv, so don't focus on
Yeah.
the manager.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
yeah,
wait
that's-
a minute.
Yeah.
Like we get it. So.
Okay. I'm gonna start from the manager.
Because sometimes they screw people.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, what?
You get you wanna know.
They strike us.
Good danger. Okay. I'll put it like this. My manager and I met at the beginning of when was this?
I think it was 2020, yeah.
2020, yeah.
Around,
Codiv.
it was around, you called me when?
I don't remember, bro. But I
Yeah,
told the guy that
just
he's.
forgot.
Believe it or not, I fired the guy.
Okay.
I told him like, bro, you got to go. And with him, I realized that okay, this guy cares about J. John.
Yeah.
He wants to see J. John shine. He kept on coming back. I was like, you know what? This person is loyal to J. John. All right, let's work. So my manager is like a brother to me, along with the producers, VCat, Gandhi, Snipes Beats, Black D, AM Beats. These are the people that I've worked with in every kind of song. They mean so much to me to a point that I'm not only doing this for J. John only, but I'm doing it for them to actually, shine, right? So I always make sure that even when they put so little on a song, I always make sure that I put their names out there.
Yeah.
People, give them a credit so that as much as I grow, they grow too. So on a personal level, they are like a family to me. Like I care about them. Somehow, I always, even when they do something that pisses me off, I try to put myself together and say things that will not harm their emotions.
Yeah.
Because I care about them. I care about the emotional being. So yeah, that's how I can put it.
But when it comes to business, you don't check emotion. We're working here, chief. We're working.
And I just wanna go a bit off frame Gangani. What as J. John, the artist, artist of the people, what do you want to do for your people that the government is not doing for your people?
I think for me, what I want to do for my own people, I think showing them a way out, breaking out of some certain system things that were set up for us, right?
Yeah.
Things like we can actually build ourselves. We can actually think about it like this. If there's a business, I'm working on it. I want to shoot a video back at home where I'll be going to everybody's business that I know, promoting their business as well. So I would say before anything else, before I can build, before I can spend money, I think unity. We must become one in order to conquer whatever we're dealing with, whatever we are facing, because there's always so much going on. But if we are together, somehow we find a way to figure it out. So for me, personally, I would say unity would be the thing that I want to give to them and say, okay, we need to be together in order to achieve. Because you can't carry this thing with one hand. You need two hands.
Yeah.
Exactly. So together we can actually
Can be those two hands. So
Exactly.
as an artist, seeing as you're growing and it's happening for you, and super, super on your level, super proud. For the people that are going to be your fans, for the youth that already are, what message would you give to them? Because I mean, it's hard to get an artist who's actually real. Every one of them just tells us, or it's the same generic things. Oh, if you do this, you'll get that, and if you surround yourself with so many people, or it's the first thing they say, work hard.
Work
My
hard.
man, work.
Connection, Baba.
Yeah. You understand? They don't teach you there's certain things I feel like as artists you learn once you're plunged into the deep end. You learn how to, float. So what are the things where you would, warn people? What are the things that you tell them to focus on mostly when you're in that world? Because I feel like artistry is an entire world on its own.
Yeah.
You need to know how to navigate, what people you need to talk to, where you need to go, what you need to say. Did you hear what him say? He's like, I got no comment. He knows exactly why he's doing that because he doesn't want backlash now.
Yeah.
But yeah, give it to us.
Yeah. So for me, I would say not just working hard or anything like that, but I would say this. First thing first, before anybody, let it be 10 million no's and let it be 1 yes, your yes. Go with that, run with that, right? Number 2, be disciplined. Very disciplined. Respect people, be humble, no matter how much you can get, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, be aware that they are cloud chasers. They will come to you as a, like, let's say you start taking over.
They seduce us too.
Say, mara yo manager boy, or mara yo manager, or mara yo what. Ne? Be aware of those people, because those people, somewhere, their only interest is to get the piece of the pie. There are those who are there to cook, to put the materials that are needed to actually put the pie together. Those are the people you need to value the most. Respect your fans, right? Mostly respect your fans. And to everyone, whether you want to make music or whatsoever, I think working without having some certain things is the way forward.
Coming to discipline, discipline yourself. Because also mostly like discipline, mostly like always, because mostly if in the creative, you always get attacked, especially when it comes to sex. You get me? You get me? Seduction, you get me? So, yeah, the gig, you get me? Because sometimes, I'm just giving a hints up, sometimes it's what they do, and thing is, you get me? And then you at the gig, are you in your hotel? You've just finished performing. Are you in your hotel? She comes in. Shining, fatolini, not that.
Very lip gloss.
Exactly, the claws.
Yeah.
Like you can see, I hear I'm taken. And you have to be disciplined, and don't forget, when you get inside with that, she kind of takes away your anointing and whatnot, and your thing is, you get me? So you're in that thingy.
Area.
Like she's there now. And you can see, what I see, the floodgates are nice.
I would say this. Learn how to say no to ladies. Don't say no to harm her spirit.
Yeah.
You know? Just say, I'm not into this.
Yeah.
I don't know you. Let's get to know each other first. And then after performance, a lot of artists do that.
Yeah.
Go home with the chick and whatsoever. I think for me,
They even pandela you want to
yeah. For me, I think you just be careful. Be very, very careful. We're living in a world where everyone wants to get to the top. But it's a dog. Exactly. So that's the
that one. We're doing everything.
yeah. So for me, I would say be very careful of that, and at the same time, respect women. Respect yourself. Right. Once you put the two together, I think you can balance. For me, personally, a lot of people back at home are complaining, I don't stay with the gigs. No. When I perform, I leave. There's only one gig where we were just there because my boys wanted to have fun. It was just nearby. It wasn't far from home. So okay, cool. We stayed there for maybe like an hour. But other than that, after my performance, I always go back. I always leave because there's gonna be drama.
Yeah.
One day there's gonna be drama. Because you're in there in a VIP, some guy's chick likes you, and then when you're not careful,
then the guy comes info. Like I was not there. It's like cotton burst.
Exactly.
But now he was cool. That one, because I'm like, it's not me.
ends off. So
And
that's what I can say.
And speaking of women, what have had women played? What significant role have women played in becoming who you are today?
Man, for me, okay, growing up, I was like the only child, a boy or a man, even now.
She's boy. Yeah.
So I have like 3 aunties and my mom. So it's like 4 women, then my grandmother. I would say they really shaped the inner being, the emotion, the caring part. You know, they shaped me to a point that I'm always thinking twice when I say something to a woman, because gonna speak motherfucker. There's those guys out there. You know. For me,
you cuss someone there.
for me, I think it's not just when you say some certain thing. Like I said, respect the spirit.
Yeah.
We have emotions. Some things that you say sometimes takes away a certain percentage from somebody.
Yeah.
So for me, from my aunties to my mom to my grandma, they showed me or they built me to a point where I care. Whether it's about us being together or not being together, but I care. Right? That I won't smile when I see a lady being abused. Right? Even if she goes back to the guy, that's a decision. But at the same time, it's like, please don't do that to yourself. You know. So for me, they've taught me to care more about women. Because after all, shit, my mom is a woman. So yeah.
Hello.
Current favorite piano song? Mr. Keys.
Oh, are you singing it again? Are you singing it again? When you sing that song, that's what I'm asking.
Says it all.
Single. I'm a single man.
Okay, but why did it take so long? Though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did it take
Oh, there's a construction. We just not sure yet.
Job.
Can I have a picture?
No, for me, I can't because, like I said,
Yeah.
you care about the emotion being, right? The emotional being.
Yeah.
I'm in a point where I have to spend time in studio. I have to be writing. I have to be going out and perform. So there's not enough time to actually pay attention to my woman, right? Right? Let's say she wants to go out. Now, if I go out with her, some guy sees me, take a picture. Then the next day it's out there. And she, of course, she just want people to know her boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm going to deny that.
They show off, like,
even as a gents, we do that. Like,
yeah.
when your chick is hot, dog, So yeah, I'm single because of that. Yeah, and it's bad, man, because I just broke up with somebody because of this music thing. But with her, it wasn't a bad fight.
Yeah.
She was like, listen, you busy.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't see you. We don't talk. So the best way for me not to mess up anything, because I'm gonna start causing drama that you're not gonna.
Exactly, you need to focus.
So she was like, I think it's better if we go part ways. But we still talk.
She's smart.
Nah,
I like her.
the best,
Really like her.
the
She
best.
actually, women must remember that. You must, it's someone's dream is beyond your feelings. Someone's dream is really beyond your feelings,
I
and you must
preach, my sister.
remember.
I feel like you're telling my ex now.
Sorry, man. Women must remember. Oh, actually, people must remember that if you do love someone, your love is in the proof of how you treat them in their own lane. Because she must understand that he's got his own passion, his own dreams, and what he's on. But she saw it in herself that, is it worth him not being happy? He's treating me okay, but his dream is not getting everything. So I really
She was
respect
a
her
wife,
for
but
that.
not for him.
My
though.
man, I love her mind. Wherever she is, for mamas.
Yeah.
So now, in closing, I wanna ask: as much as you're gonna be an artist, gonna have your billions, yeah, you get me. But mostly, like, what's your vision? Like, look, what's the biggest J. John and thing is, you get me, like five times the other people that we know and thing is, like, what do you want for your people? Because even me, when I'm there already, like, Rivali, I'm having my own thing is about because I grew up here and thing is, you get me. There's something also that I wanna do.
It's not far from me.
It's just there, it's just there. Because I even know my cousin then, if maybe whatnot and thing is.
Yeah.
So like, I wanna know, like, what's your vision? Because already you're inspiring young kids already. You get me? There are people who used to like promise you here, but hey, Chamina show na Perasi, you get me, levels now. You get me?
Yeah.
So like, what that vision? I go, okay, you see, this is what I've always wanted. You get me? Because with me, I want the kid from Rivali to have like access to studio too. It must be simple for them. It's just that they must still hustle at the end of the day. But at least the resources, they were enough. Now it was just up to you how you made it. So when I was that goal, I have my money now, my family and everything, and for your community for the year? And thing is,
For me, what I want for the kids, for those who are still pushing or coming, I would say this. For me, the most important thing is when to a point where we can actually host our own events and find ourselves somehow. Like the biggest record labels, black people owning it, you know.
Exactly.
Nobody's robbing anybody their money.
Exactly.
Let's talk about that, you know. For me, I want to wake up one day and I don't want to hear news. Some artist was robbed.
Like
That's
the
my
back
dream.
and
That's
forth
my
and
vision.
thing is,
Because I think it would be very great for me, or for me one day to wake up and see, good, okay, you're gonna right now. Everybody is doing their thing.
the cable,
Without you know, without no drama, like, you know what I mean. Like, we can actually support one another to a point where everybody got their own thing going. Still have lunch together. Yes, we are in the music industry. We are in a competition, but at the same time, we can still go out and play golf.
Yeah, no, it mustn't be personal.
It mustn't be
and thing is,
personal.
like
if whenever it's that thing, let's say you have a season where you drop the hardest song. I'm like, damn, okay, Buddha did really kick my ass there. I need to go back to studio. I swear next time, I'm like that, right?
Yeah,
It should be about that instead of just pulling strings to actually drag one another down. I think that's when I would say, okay, right now, I think everything is on the right spot. It's 100%. Yeah.
no, the best, my brother, the best, yo. Any last questions?
No. I'm
my brother.
happy. I'm happy.
I'm honored. Yo, shit. Are you ready? Ah, this is really one. Nah, thanks for coming, yo.
Yeah.
Thanks, people, yo. We had J. John, yo. But Dali, me come back. I want to win. And I'm going to go, babu. Away.
Signing out.